program. I took concentrations in international business and organizational leadership. And what I took away from the trip is it's really value-added learning. It's not anything you're going to see in the book. People can tell you about it, but once you see it and experience it firsthand, I can't even tell you the great memories and the great friends I made from the trip. When Professor Pang said you're going to do a lot of walking, comfortable shoes. When he tells you to take one suitcase, listen, take one suitcase. One small suitcase is fine. There will be places to wash your clothes. Don't worry about that. Everybody's in the same boat. Make sure you take a nice professional attire so that when you go to the universities or you go to a nice luncheon with some of the companies, that you're representing our school well. There's places you can iron your khakis or whatever, so don't worry about scrunching them down in your suitcase. It'll be fine. I was part of, 3 of us flew out of Detroit and we had a delay. So Professor Pang wanted us to try and hurry to Taiwan, but it was holiday week when we got there, and we had to spend the night in Tokyo. So we couldn't get a flight out till the next evening. So we actually caught a taxi into Tokyo. We took the Skybus tours. So it just gave us a real quick overview of the city. I'm a little bit jealous that you're going to get to see much more of Japan. For me, Taiwan was not anything like I expected. The culture there is so kind, and we were treated very well there. The students that we met in the different university visits, we then met up with them, and they actually showed us much more of what the true culture is. Probably what I enjoyed the business visits also. The giant bicycle, it was cutting edge, what they used. Let's see. I think Professor Pang has links to all of our blogs that we did. And it forced us into jotting down what we were doing, our thoughts and feelings on it. So I would encourage you to go to these blogs and take a look at some of the pictures, some of the things that you might want to do in Taiwan. And it looks like your Japan visit is going to have just as much action-packed as what we had. I think when you go, you should be prepared, obviously, to walk a lot. Be prepared that your Wi-Fi connections might not be everything that you're used to here. I was trying to keep up with my Net Plus expectations back here, and it was not impossible, but if you didn't have to deal with that, it would be a whole lot easier. I would recommend that you just do take one suitcase if you decide to go. And I would also check your cell phone coverage before you get over there. You don't want to come back to a huge bill. For me, I had to miss some residency days, which caused some problems, but I heard that this year it's not an issue for anyone. I would just double check with your professors before you go on this trip and see, I'm going to be gone, what's my expectation, what's due, and get your stuff done before you go. I thought it was interesting how the businesses have formed partnerships with some of their competitors. We went to Jade Yacht Company, and they've partnered up with a bigger competitor, and they do have a true alliance that they work together. They now manufacture parts for the other yacht company, and they're a force in their own right. Probably what was interesting compared to here in Flint, we went to and I don't know if I'm saying this right, the Menning workshop. It was Mattel produced Barbie. Then that labor was more expensive, so then they produced them in China, which left a whole community without work. So what they did as a community, which is similar to when GM pulled out of Flint, is that community has come together. They are training people on doll dressmaking, and they have a whole nother area that they've gone into, not just manufacturing. So I found that was really interesting, where over there they're trying to make good out of what they know. Sometimes here people are quick to blame GM for pulling out of Flint, and they're not expanding like they did in Taiwan into something different. Let's see. Probably what was interesting over there, if you get a chance, you'll hear about beetle nuts. You're going to get red teeth from this. Just beware. Stinky tofu, well, you have to judge that for yourself. Professor Pang talked about ASUS computers. I had never heard of them until going over there, and they did a presentation on them. However, coming back, I work for the state of Michigan, and I have ASUS computers on my desk, and it's throughout our organization. They're a really good, dependable brand. And in general, I would say that the area was polite and accommodating, just friendly, and it was a great place to visit. Has anybody traveled over there yet, or is this the first time?